Never saw the moon till I stayed up all night.
Junior, so I guess that's tough.
Never saw the sunshine till you turned out the light.
And it's gonna pass anything else? And
never saw my hometown until I stayed away too long.
going down
Never heard the melody.
And welcome everyone to Finals Futsal live on Channel 8. I'm Nick Smith, with me as always, Alan Guy.
Good evening, Nick Smith.
How are you tonight, Alan?
Well, pretty shit now.
Yeah,
After that.
that's a disappointing start to the game for the Kings. First game for quite a while for the Kings. Goalkeeper Oliver Burden.
A bit jet lagged from the flight back from the peace-loving nation of Guam.
Of course, where he plays most of his futsal these days with Guam Mart FC. The Kings coming off that 23-goal victory last week. Just the 5 players this week with the loss of Nick Hayes.
With a wrist injury and helping Tim Sloman with the recovery with his injury.
Reported this morning.
Of course, apologies to anyone with a moral fibre. Of course, after vowing to keep my language together a bit, I've already made one swear word and one penis joke inside the first 70 minutes.
I'm sure there will be more to come.
Yeah, there probably will be.
As James Woodbury there just returning the ball to Burden. Woodbury, what a game he had last week.
That was absolutely remarkable. 9 goals, a Nordic Kings record, I believe.
I believe so. Look, taking nothing away from Alistair Burden though, 7 in just the second half.
Remarkable effort there. He must be wishing he'd played the whole game in the forward line.
And no luck there with the penalty.
Pretty a sleek play by the black team here tonight.
They're looking strong already. Goal within the first 2 or 3 seconds of the game.
Kings under pressure early here tonight.
Yeah. It's certainly looking like a much tougher match for the Kings this week than last week.
Absolutely. No 23-0 victories tonight, I don't think.
No, but of course you don't expect that in semi-finals futsal.
Not at all. Burden not happy with the decision there.
Chases that one down, keeps it in and lost out of bounds. There's a big crowd in the house tonight here at
Huge
Nordic
Nordic
Stadium.
Kings contingent here tonight. Including, of course, Channel 8 cricket correspondent Adrian.
Yes, he'll be on air at half-time to talk about the upcoming Test match starting this Tuesday.
Queen Senator Darcy Pritchard. Mark Brown. Christina.
There's a big crowd.
There'll be at least 60,000 here tonight at Aurora Stadium. Cheer the
Yes.
Kings on to victory. Perhaps more coming after work.
An earlier game than usual for the Kings.
That's correct.
7 PM start.
How will that affect them tonight, do you reckon?
Well, some of their harder partying players probably wouldn't even be out of bed yet on a normal Sunday. So, as Woodbury to Burden, they were very successful in the tech last week. Not quite getting it there, but
Promising signs. Perhaps not for the goalkeeper.
not sure if that was deliberate or just shit. And you'd think the Kings would probably want to be getting on the board early tonight. The black team, of course, operating with some subs, so fatigue may be an issue later in the game.
Of course, the Channel 8 press box under siege early.
Protected as always by O'Brien's quality glass. As Burden He's not happy.
Absolutely livid. Absolutely broken. I know who'll be taking the top bunk tonight.
Oh, and Endel. There it is.
5-string king. Brilliant work there.
Levelling the scores to 1-1 here at Aurora Stadium.
Right. Have to think the next goal will be an important one.
Yes, it looks like it might be a low-scoring affair tonight. Oh!
Good work there by Tom Cruise. He's in attack.
To the Stahara of last week, Woodbury not quite finding the gap between the two defenders.
Not quite there.
They're just not quite switched on yet. As Woodbury goes by himself, can't quite...
Oh! And a behind there by Woodbury.
Can't quite catch it in time. As Burton concedes the second, Kings down 2-1. And it's been a much more physical game so far than we've seen in recent weeks.
Real roughhousing going on tonight. Oh, good work there by Burton.
Unnecessary in the end as it's all striking the crossbar, but...
Oh! 3-point set.
And there's the third for the black team. Burton maybe just a little bit rusty after playing in the lesser competition over in Guam.
Yeah, of course. Of course, Guam Mart FC being the only team in Guam, so you won't...
Yeah, they don't get an awful lot of games.
Not at all.
Just the occasional friendly against a group of snakes.
That's it. Or Yemen City when they come to visit.
Oh! Now that's a strong goal. This black team is looking solid.
Of course,
Taking the lead to 4-1 there.
I think Senator Darcy Pritchard not happy at all. He's going to really give them a spray at half time.
That is an unhappy man.
He's livid, absolutely furious. It's back in the game. Kings in attack.
Kings in defence. As Woodbury just keeping the ball away there. Burton with the flashy pink shoes, and there's a stoppage. Endel in dispute with referees and opposition. Not quite sure what's going on there. That was
Free kick to the black team, I believe.
an off-the-ball incident.
And that was clever play by the black team.
That was clever. They're just looking a lot more switched on. A lot more creative in their attack. Whereas the Kings seem to be just stuck with the same old...
Oh, great work there by Burton.
Oh, and that was on target. The goalkeeper just getting to it and preventing the score there. But the shot from halfway on target, as Woodbury taking the corner and almost getting the goal straight away without help.
Well, still in.
Burton
Keeps an attack.
keeps it in with the flashy pink shoes, and Endel finding the post.
Could that have been any closer?
Well, it could have been a little bit closer.
It could have. Kings capitalise here.
They have just lifted a bit in the last couple of minutes. You can sense there's a goal coming.
Unlucky there.
As another attempt results in an out of bounds. Kings are definitely, you can feel, just lifted, but and Burton.
As
Woodbury, not quite.
Unable to capitalise. 5 minutes remaining here in this first half. Can the Kings get another one on the board?
They would want to get at least 2 before half time. Trailing 4-1 currently in this first semi-final at Aurora Stadium in the northern suburbs of Hobart, live on Channel 8. Sandel not quite getting the job done. Burton with a second chance, not getting it through the keeper. The defence from this black team, Alan. It's impenetrable. Burton goes again, he's still got the ball, and
Pascal Woodbury might have been the right option there.
It might have. This goalkeeper, he's
switched on.
Yeah.
That is caffeine today.
And Burton, the referee, not seeing through that blatant dive. And Endel receiving the free kick there.
Half time, there will be a special on how to pronounce the name on the back of Endel's strip there.
It's not the easiest one, is it?
Not at all.
And Endel.
Like there by Endel. Goalkeeper is not happy.
And that's Endel's second goal for the game. And look at the Kings.
Got about 1.5 minutes remaining before the Guam alarm kills our eardrums. Can the Kings get another one?
Currently trailing by 2 goals. As Burton cops that one up the arse. Oh. And that shot not on target. Can't help feeling that Oliver Burton wouldn't have been able to do much about it.
Kings having a bit of a spring in their step here in the end stage of the first half. Oh,
And
a bit of luck going their way.
Shot.
Well, I'll block my eardrums because I don't know when the Guam alarm.
It's the 1 minute one.
That's it.
And with just seconds left in the first half.
Block your ears.
And there it is. Half time. Kings trail 4-2 here at Aurora Stadium. We'll be back after the break live right here on Channel 8. It's the best. And welcome back. Crossing now on the sideline to Alan Guy with none other than Nordic Kings Senator Darcy Pritchard.
Of course, here at half time, Kings down 5-2. You must be pretty angry.
Look, it's not an ideal situation for the boys to be in. I don't know whether the boys can come back from such a big deficit. I would put money on the fact that they will not win this match.
And how do you feel the Guam government is representing its migrant workforce?
Look, I think they're doing a very poor job. I mean, Oliver has to come here to Australia to work on a 457 visa. And I think it's just not good enough that they're not providing enough jobs for goalkeepers in Guam.
Well, thank you, Darcy. Well, hopefully we'll be able to chat to you at the end of the game with a Kings victory, but at the moment it's not looking good.
No. Thank you, Alan, and we'll be back with the second half right after the break. And welcome back to Sunday Night Futsal on Channel 8, second half of this semi-final. And much like the first half, the black team with a shot straight away. Burton preventing the goal this time.
Switched on this time. It was a historic night here at Aurora Stadium. Channel 8's first semi-final coverage.
That's right.
We're both very excited to be here.
Very exciting to be here for finals. Of course, next week's grand final coverage will start with grand final breakfast from 7 a.m.
That is correct.
And we'll be on air all day right through to the grand final that evening.
Mike Grady will be in attendance, seeing that one day in December. That classic hit up there, Woodbury.
Yes, ridden of course about Woodbury's massive haul of goals just last week.
That is correct. Getting a bit silly here in the second half.
They are. They probably based on the intensity of the first half, they probably can't afford that.
Absolutely. Oh, unlucky there for the Kings. Really inches in that goal.
Oh.
Kings conceded.
And yeah, 5-2. It's going to be tough to come back from here for the Kings. You would think.
You would think that it's a funny game, system.
It is.
Seen with Tim Stoneman, all it takes is one member of the crew to be injured.
Yeah, and
Really put the balance back in the Kings' favour.
oh, and Endel looking to add to his 2 goals that he's already scored.
There.
Burden too clever though, and just letting the ball. No. And
Oh dear.
what a mess.
But I won't be going in the highlights package. Saved there by Oliver Burden. Black team quick onto the attack. Counter attack here by the Kings.
And here goes Endel.
Ednall. Oh.
Possession. The black team now on the attack.
Massive dive there.
Massive dive. The ref not fooled. Kings back in possession. Burden.
Of course, Ednall's great work.
Somehow scoring a
Miracle goal there, I think.
certainly not a goal of the year contender, but
We'll take it.
they all count.
She scores 5. Oh! Kings press box again getting bombarded.
Yes, thank you as always to O'Brien's Glass for keeping us safe. And there's Woodbury.
Got a 4-5.
There's the hero from last week,
Kings are still in this game.
adding 1 this week to his 9 from last week. That's 4-5.
Got a game on our hands here.
It is a 1-ball ball game. 1 ball, 1 goal. 1 goal ball game here at Aurora Stadium.
Exactly why we call it the best game in town.
That's right.
Of course, the battery thing flashing on our high-tech camera.
Yeah, if we abruptly drop out due to technical difficulties, we apologise in advance. And that shot from the black team just clearing the crossbar. And Allen. As Burton! That one is a goal of the year contender right there.
Our level, 5-all here at Aurora Stadium. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing.
Oh, that is using your head, Alan.
That is really using your head.
It's 5-all. Scores level.
12.5 minutes remaining here. Can the Nordic Kings pull off a Christmas miracle? Free here for the Nordic Kings.
Endel to take the kick. Back to Burden, who scores the goal, and that's the Kings in front, 6-5.
6-5 here for the Kings. Can you believe it, Nick Smith?
And look at the crowd.
The Nordic Kings faithful really in hysterics here. Cannot contain themselves.
Thumbs up from Dr. Sproul. Oh, and that. The standard of this game has just lifted.
Of course, you didn't hear the Hugh Burton called watch out wide, Reese. Of course, kicking that one.
Yeah, Reece Endel though not quite with
Great
his shot
cricketing
and
brain. Hugh Burton. Cricketing brain, great futsaling brain.
and that's why of course the Hugh Burton Award for Excellence is named for him.
What will happen if this game ends in a draw or a tie, I should say?
Oh, I'm not sure. Hopefully someone knows. Hopefully the referee knows. Atmosphere here. It's just
you can cut the tension with a knife.
You could. A butter knife. And
sucked it.
Who was that? Not quite taking the catch in the crowd. None other than Channel 8's own Adrian Dusatoy.
Oh! Diving save there by Oliver Burden.
Oh, brilliant. Really now demonstrating why he is the better of the two Burden brothers.
Really reading this.
As we move into the last quarter of the game. The score's level at 6-all.
Was the Nordic Kings leading the Premiership third quarter there? The most exciting night of all our lives.
And there it is. And
brilliant goal there by Burden.
That is a happy...
That will go in the end of the highlights package. Kings up 7-6 here.
Utterly pumped with that. Burden succeeding with his dive that time.
Opportunity here for the Kings. Can they get a 2-goal lead? Thanks for us. Yeah. Alright. We need to speak up a bit, apparently.
Yeah. And sorry for those technical difficulties. In the break, you did miss the Kings goal.
It was up 8-6 here, live at Aurora Stadium. Live on Channel 8.
Who scored that one we missed?
I don't know.
No, I didn't really notice either.
This is the Kings. Oh.
As Woodbury goes off by himself, losing the ball.
Of course, how would the black team cope with the pressure? Great work there by Nordic.
Alan, it is so tense here. There's still plenty of time left in this game.
This confusion working in the Kings' favour.
It is anything that runs the clock down.
I think one more goal here for the Kings may seal it. Berto needing assistance in attack. Going to need to keep attacking here, not go into their shots. Thought the Kings won't mind this.
No, that's just going to wind a few more seconds off the clock. Burden to Burden. As Endel corner. And on the second effort, the goal conceded. It's 1 goal in it.
Still with the advantage. Less than 3.5 minutes remaining. It all comes down to this.
Oh, and that shot across the face.
Booting the ball out of bounds and a long way across to the other field.
Oh, that's a goal.
That's a good move.
Less than 2 minutes remaining here. Can the Kings hold on?
Hold on to their 1 goal advantage.
Oh my.
Never mind the 23-0 thrashing. This is what Sunday night futsal is all about.
Oh, you can say that again.
Alan, never mind the 23-goal thrashing. This is what Sunday night futsal is all about.
It's 1.5 minutes remaining. There's some tired legs out there.
There are, but the Kings have shown over this season they don't need a sub. And oh no, you couldn't script it. Scores level it. 8-all with just over 60 seconds left in the match. Do we know what happens if it's a tie?
I have no idea. I think the players wouldn't like to answer that right now.
You would not think so. And well, there can't be long left now. The players don't know it because the on-field clock freezes at 1 minute, but there's only 20 seconds left until the Guam alarm.
20 seconds will be the longest of their lives. Just one last roll of the dice here for the Kings.
Well, the ball's gone a long way from the field, and I think that's all we're going to see. For the full-time Guam alarm, scores level at 8-all in this semi-final clash.
Guessing there must be extra time.
The referee calling the teams in. He seems to know what's going on. And the
knees
Kings
are weak. My leg. Oh, this is just too much to handle.
Kings deep in conversation. We'll just leave them alone.
Let's stuff them. Let's get in there. let's see what they want. Oh wow. This is crazy. Oh.
And welcome back. How about this, Alan?
I don't even know what to say. There's 5 minutes extra time here.
And
at least that means no Guam.
Don't know if you picked that up on the audio or not, but we're playing 5 minutes. They had some technical difficulties with the operator of the clock here at the stadium, and it's just going to be filmed on the referee's phone, recorded the time timed on the referee's phone this last 5 minutes.
High-tech facilities here in the stadium. The ref phone, new FIFA implemented technology.
Of course, well, first goal of the extra time period early to the black team. That's
keep working here though.
There's still a fair bit of time left, and of course the players can't see the clock. And Burton Senior almost throwing a goal. Ow.
Get in front! Oh, great work there,
saving that one, but of course the Kings still need to score at least one more in this period. Yes, there it is.
Everyone can't hear me yelling when I yell.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
we're in Channel 8.
this is what it's all about, Alan.
This is why we call it the best game in town. No joke.
And I don't know how much more is left in this period, or what happens if they get to the end of the 5 minutes and of course
must be about 2.5 minutes remaining. Take it wide.
That was out by a mile, right under the referee's nose.
Blue ball.
Blue ball from the referee.
From the yellow red. What can the Kings do here?
Kick it out of bounds, seemingly. Yeah,
3 minutes and 2 minutes remaining here in extra time.
I'd say about 2.
You keeping the time, boys? No. You're guessing roughly. Just tell me when it's up where. Oh.
target. And Woodbury, the hero from last week. Can he be the hero from this week
Wednesday
as well?
gets one.
Oh,
He's up here in extra
James Woodbury
time.
up by a goal. There can't be much longer
We've
left
got
on
1
the
minute
clock.
remaining here live at Aurora Stadium.
Cannot be much more than that. As Endel out of bounds. That's good.
Well, black team under a lot. Both teams under pressure here.
Really what they need is for the ball to go out of bounds on the other side of the field.
That is exactly what they need.
And Burton with a dive. Receiving the free kick. 30 seconds is called by the official timer sitting next to us in the commentary box. There's Andrew only just missing that.
20 seconds remaining here.
That's time.
That's
time.
it. That's all. You said you called it.
And it is all we have here at Royal Stadium. The Nordic Kings are into the grand final. And look at that is Paddy Man.
This time tomorrow, where will we be? On a spaceship somewhere, sailing across an empty sea.
Come on.
This time tomorrow, what will we know? Will we still be here, watching an in-flight movie show? I'll leave the sun behind me, and I'll watch the clouds as they sadly pass me by. 7 miles below me, I can see the
Target.
world, and it ain't so big at all. This time tomorrow.
Oh, and Alan, after that phenomenal extra time period, we have on the sideline none other than King's Senator Darcy Pritchard.
So, Das, what a win. How do you feel?
I'm pretty happy actually, Alan. It was it's an absolutely phenomenal goal by James Woodbury of all people.
Of all people.
That secured us a berth in the final.
And next week, of course, the final, as you mentioned. What will the boys be doing this week to prepare?
Well, of course, there's the traditional grand final parade. So they've got that on, and the grand final breakfast and so on, and various other events that the finals week really has in store for them, and they're all looking forward to it, I imagine.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
Well, Das, thanks for joining us. And
Thank you,
we'll
Alan.
see you next week for
Thanks,
the
Channel
grand
8.
final. Live on Channel 8.
Yes, that's
It's,
right.
say it with me, Das. It's the best game in town.